Hello everybody and welcome back to Europa, where France has decided to declare war on us, and then their colony decided to fight the United States instead of us, and appears to be losing that a little bit. That's nice. Intercolonial trade. Establishing colonial subjects overseas has allowed us to expand our trade while remaining in control, importing goods from lands that are essentially under Tongan control. As long as we supply our colony with what they need, they have no reason to start putting gold in the hands of our enemies. Sadly, the settlers sometimes have a different opinion from our president on what exactly they need. They've begun to trade with neighboring colonies and natives, circumventing trade barriers we put up to protect our nation's interests. This clearly benefits them, but whether it benefits us is highly doubtful. So we could gain a mercantilism, and Tongan La Plata would gain 10 liberty desire. They're currently at 5 liberty desire. Alternately, we could just lose a mercantilism, and I think I'm going to do that. Like, I can't really afford to lose Tongan La Plata. They're a nice little toehold over there for us. Okay, we renewed yet another loan. But we're working on getting our situation under control. I'm not going to raise war taxes. Like, really, I'm just pretending that we're at peace. Until France shows me otherwise, I'm going to assume we're at peace here. Age of Absolutism is ending in 18 months. Fair enough. France is now at low, or rather at medium war enthusiasm. Wait, France would just give this to us? Did they get declared on? No. Why is French military strength falling so quickly? I guess just because French Canada is losing to the United States? They're seeing that and being like, oh boy. Milan? What are you doing here? You should probably get out of here, Milan. Anyway, France would just accept this. So we would get Christmas Island. They have one reason for this, so we couldn't get any money out of them. Should we just wait until we can get money and pay off some loans? I feel like we should. Okay, I'm going to not get inflation. We can go ahead and convert a province, and so I'm going to. Like, I feel like if we just are patient here, let French Canada get owned a little bit more. France themselves are not in another war, but they don't seem interested in fighting their own war. So we can just continue getting ticking war score and get ourselves a little bit of money out of them to pay off some of these loans, which is actually a huge deal. I'm going to go ahead and transport these guys. I'm going to unmothball this fleet and transport these guys over here. And I'm just wondering what the French war enthusiasm is actually at. They think that our alliance is stronger than theirs right now, and it keeps ticking. Fair enough. Wow, look at these troop numbers. Like, all of their troops must have been French. France has no troops? Why does France have no troops? Like, I understand why Florida doesn't have troops. They're a one province. Well, that explains why France isn't showing up. So they were literally relying entirely on French Canada. Fascinating. Like, here's the thing. It's been so long. Why haven't they built troops? Like, when did this war start? 1705. It's been 4 years. And they haven't built any? What is the AI doing? Why did they declare this? If they weren't in a position to make troops, they must have literally... So, okay. Here's what I'm thinking. They're at low war enthusiasm now. How much money can we actually take from them? 3115. Now they have negative 33 reasons to not do that. That's fair enough. I'm not going to go as far as that, but we can get 8 more war score. Our ships are taking high attrition. What are they doing that for? Get out of there. There we go. Okay, so here's my theory. France got owned really hard by Austria, and then they had a rebel problem. They must have murked up, gone into debt, and now are in a situation where they can't make troops because of their debt, or they declared bankruptcy, which makes it so that you can't generate manpower. Do they have no manpower? France. France. Where are you? France. No, they have manpower. They're just not making troops. Like, why aren't they making troops? They should have troops. At the very least, they should have mercs. This is very strange behavior from the AI. Like, very strange. They had to be relying entirely on French Canada then. And since French Canada got distracted, this war is pretty donezo for them. But even then, French Canada was never that strong. Like, how much manpower does French Canada have right now? 8,000? Their force limit of 40? Like, I feel like we could have defended against French Canada, even with the tech advantage, just because they would take so much attrition all the time, all the way over, and, like, they'd run out of manpower, and then we'd be able to just outlast them, which was the initial plan. But why is France not building troops? I legit don't understand. Like, ever since I noticed it, it's been, what, like 5-6 months? And they haven't built anything, but they have the manpower. Only thing I think I can do is chalk it up to the AI being weird. The other question is, with them being that weak, why have none of their neighbors declared on them? Like, if I was that weak in this position, the AI would be all over me. We're going to maintain our diplomat with the Netherlands. No, I recalled it. Whatever. So the Netherlands is fighting Imarina right now. I'm going to... What do I want to do? Enforce peace on them. Yeah, that's not great. Let's just maintain a diplomat in the Netherlands for right now, just so that we can keep an eye on them. And I guess we're just, since France isn't building troops... Yeah, France... Oh, they did finally build 3 infantry units. Good job, France. Are those mercs? Let's find out. France. Nope, those are regular infantry. Oh no, those are mercs. They are merking up. Okay. So why are they so slow to merc up? And where did the rest of their army go? I definitely didn't kill them. I mean, I don't actually know how much army they had at the beginning of this. That's a good point. Maybe they just didn't have an army and were relying 100% on French Canada. Which then would have shifted their armies over this way, trying to come around Africa and come all the way around the world to us, only to be declared on by the United States because their armies weren't there, and then they had to turn around and come back, and now they're already behind up here. I mean, that makes sense. I just don't know what France is doing. But, I mean, it's hard to fathom the mind of the AI in these games. How much more ticking war score can we get? We can get 5 more war score. How much will France give us to peace out here? 3, 1. You know what? This is good enough. I will take Christmas Island, 2,000 gold, and call it a day. Thanks, France. Good job. Wait, they lost 6,300 troops in combat? No, we lost 6,300 troops in combat. This is attrition. This is us here. Okay, this would have been the troops that we lost on this island, I think, from the rebellion. But, we only got 1570, unfortunately. But that means that we have a nice little nest egg that we can then dump into repaying 5 of our loans. That's about a third of our total debt, which is a huge deal. Okay. So, back to what we were doing before France so rudely interrupted. We were working on making these guys potentially our vassals, but they're not too into that. These guys, on the other hand, are pretty into that. So, how much more can we improve this by? We can't by any more. Okay. We're going to need to pull back our diplomat, and we are going to need to give them military access. The Age of Revolutions has begun, so that's going to be good for us. That means that the Europeans are going to be much more worried about revolutions. Abolitionism in Netherlands, good for you guys. And as soon as a diplomat comes back, we're going to offer these guys military access. There we go. So what else can we get? We can give them money. And that's probably going to be our best bet. So let's just send them a gift as soon as we can. 23 April. Oh, we can't send gifts because of our debt. I gotcha. That's a little unfortunate. Can we poke our estates, maybe? We could grant monopoly charters to the burghers, and I'm definitely going to do that. I don't really want to get diplomatic support. A new world charter would be nice, but we're not colonizing right now. On purpose. We really can't afford to. Although we'll get there. I'd really like it if we could ask for a contribution. We can't for another 5 years, though. So that makes sense. Spanish La Plata is planning to attack Spain. Hello. That's really good for us, actually. I really want all of these colonies to rebel and become independent nations. That'll weaken Europe enormously, if that happens. Okay, so Jerusalemite separatists. Okay, on Christmas Island? It's reformed, I suppose. But whatever. I'm going to boost autonomy there. An exceptional year. National tax modifier of 50% or 32 ducats? That's not a hard choice. We are gaining 24.5 a month. So this is going to be 12 a month for an entire year. Or 32 right now. That is not a difficult choice. We are taking it amortized over the year. Let's go. That's going to be a huge, huge treasury bump for us. Look at that. Very easy choice. So how much debt do we currently have? 5,000. Fair enough. We're going to be repaying this as quick as we can. And then we're going to start rooting out our corruption because we have more debt stored in corruption. In fact, we can start rooting out some corruption now and be working on both. Like this. That should do. For now, anyway. And then once we have our interest paid down, we can just be slowly cranking up our root out corruption over time. I'd love our burghers to get more loyalty. This would gain them influence, but not loyalty. I mean, they are regaining that. Sweden is now the papal controller. Okay, and we converted Wake. Wherein Jerry is next. And we have 23 papal influence currently. We've lost the colonialism CB against Spain. That is fantastic. Because that means that they've also lost their colonialism CB against us. I mean, they're super weak now, though, so... yeah, their colonies just rebelled against them. You go, guys. You got this. Pretender rebels. Oh my. So Netherlands doesn't look like they're planning to attack us anytime soon. I mean, they do want our provinces, but they don't want to attack us currently. Good for them. We're currently making 11.52. I'm going to put a little bit more into rooting out corruption. I want to be making about 10 per month right now. And we'll be able to repay a loan when we have a little bit more, like 3 months. Sounds good. But it is time to put a cut in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. And next episode, maybe France will behave a little more normally. Subscribe for more, and I'll see you all next time.